Hi there, welcome to Ava Bravo. I'm Sarah and it's Monday, so yeah, it's time for another video. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna talk about today. I think I'm just gonna kind of vlog about my week and everything, and then we're doing our theme this week is music, so we have to include something musical, and I have something kind of fun, possibly as long as it works, that I'm gonna do. Yeah. So let's see. So my last video, I was sick a little bit, like my voice, you could kind of tell was all like, eh. And um, that was Monday, and then I stayed home sick because that was towards the end of me being sick. And then on Tuesday, we actually got roommates, and they moved in. They're two of our friends. Actually, Amanda was in the video last week. She's living with us, and her boyfriend David now live in our guest room. And yeah, it's actually going really well. And we've all been working a lot, but it's still really fun. Like, we're all friends and we all get along, and it's totally cool. Yeah. I worked all week. I did not a lot besides working. We had to like kind of move our house around with people moving in. We had like put our stuff in here and move stuff around, and it's all whatever. Okay, so now on to the music portion of this week's video. Because we decided, like I said earlier, that we were going to do something musically or something that has to do with arts or pretty much anything. I'm not an artsy person. I used to do theater, but I'm not about to perform a monologue or anything for y'all right now because I haven't done that in years and that'd be really weird. But so I've been looking at music challenges and I even downloaded a cat piano. Maybe I'll play that later still. I don't know, that could be fun. But I found this picture on Google Images that says you can learn a lot about someone by the music they listen to. Hit shuffle on your iPod or MP3 player and write down the first 20 songs. No cheating or skipping songs that are shameful. That's the fun. So that's why this is gonna be fun. Because I'm actually gonna do it through my Amazon Music account because that's actually where I have most of my music. Because iTunes when I was younger was really expensive, and it still is. It's more expensive than Amazon was, and it was easier for us to get an Amazon card than it was to get an iTunes card, I guess, for some reason. All I know is we did Amazon instead of iTunes because I was like, no, iTunes, let's do Amazon, or my mom was, or something. I don't know. So let's purchase songs. Alright, so we're gonna turn. Wait, oh, is purchased all? Yeah, there's 341 songs in here. So it said top 20. So shuffle. Okay, first one is Revolution by Jim Sturgis from Across the Universe, which is one of my favorite musicals. Number two, In This Diary by the Ataris. I think I have the Ataris on here because my mom downloaded it. But I do like that one song of them, Boys of Summer. I believe that's the song title. But I have the whole album on my iPad and I've never listened to it. I probably should one of these days. I Know Where You've Been by Queen Latifah from the Hairspray soundtrack. Like I said, I was in theater, so I was super into musicals. Hairspray, I went and saw the first showing opening day because hello, Zac Efron. Swoon when I was in like 8th grade. No, still swoon. Hello, Zac Efron. But yeah, so I have the entire album. My mom bought it for me for my birthday like that year, and she's like, "Here, I bought this for you." And I was just like, "Yes!" And I know all the words, and I still do. It's a great musical. Bills, Bills, Bills by the Glee cast. um, I remember they did this song on the Super Bowl special, and after it came out, my dad and I were watching a rerun, and they didn't have this performance, and I like freaked out because Darren Criss was like my number one when I was in high school. And I was just like, no! And yeah, that's the story. I'm not even sure how many I've done. I'm gonna do more than 20 or less than 20. I don't care. For the first time in forever, reprise or reprise, I never know how to pronounce that word, by Kristen Bell from Frozen. Cause yeah, I have the Frozen soundtrack. Why don't you? Oh, why is it not going next? Oh, Big Green Tractor by Jason Aldean because I lived in the country for most of my life. So yeah, I like country music. And Big Green Tractor, come on. Like, if you lived in the country, that's what you wanted. You wanted to date a dude with the tractor. Like, come on. Like, that wasn't everyone's dream? Probably not. I'm sorry. Teenage Dream, also by Gleecast from Glee. I never liked that song when I first heard it because I heard it on Gossip Girl first. And then they did it on Glee and I was just like, what's that? And that was the first time I ever saw Darren Criss. And I was just like, who are you? And then someone was like, Team Star Kid, Harry Potter musical. And then the obsession started and I saw them in concert. And yeah, over it now for the most part. Like 99.8% of me is over that phase of my life. We Were So Close by Christoph Beck from the Frozen soundtracks was one of the scores, I think. Yeah. No elaboration is necessary. Tie Your Mother Down, live, by Queen. I was raised on 80s music, 80s, 90s, that era. So Queen was like one of my like favorite artists. And when I was a freshman in high school, we had to do a report on someone, just anybody that was famous. And my mom was like, you're doing it on Freddie Mercury. And I was like, who's Freddie Mercury? It's been like, what, 7 years now? Because that was 2009. It's been 6 years. Holy crap. Anyways, I can tell you so much about Freddie Mercury because of that report. Like, I can tell you where he was born. He was born in Zanzibar, I believe it's in Africa. He died in 1990 of AIDS. He had an ex-wife and a lover because he was also gay. He had an overbite. Him and his gay lover had many cats together, and they were fat, and they were adorable. Like, I know a lot about Freddie Mercury. Let's just leave it at that. Takeoffs and Landings by the Ataris. Like I said, same thing as the other one. Never listened to the whole album. Oops. Next. Am I not hitting the button? There we go. That's the Way, Led Zeppelin. I'm not a Led Zeppelin fan. Once again, my mom. I have it all on here. Like, it's not on my iPad. It's on, like, my cloud, my Amazon cloud. What's a cloud? And my mom was like, Led Zeppelin, and downloaded a bunch of Led Zeppelin songs. So, yeah. Ooh. Can't Hold Us. Macklemore and Ryan Lewis, because who doesn't have at least one of their songs on their device? I do. Oh, Run and Tell That from Hairspray. Oh, so this is by Elijah Kelly, and we didn't watch all the way through. We watched some of it. The Wiz. He was on The Wiz. I was like, oh, it's the dude from Hairspray, and I haven't seen him in anything since Hairspray, and I love him, and he's funny, and yay. Next song. Summer of 79 by the Ataris. I don't know why the Ataris keep popping up. That's awkward. Next. Mean by Taylor Swift. Because, let's also be honest, who doesn't have a Taylor Swift song on their device? I have an entire album. I Like It by Enrique Iglesias, because that should be another song that you probably should have. Because it was big when I was in high school and everyone was like, oh, dancing. Oh, another one from Frozen, Royal Pursuit, another one from the score. Rat in My Kitchen by UB40. I have a great story about this song. So this is another band that my mom like raised me listening to. And there was this one time where the song was playing and my grandma was over and she wasn't listening to the song. And my mom walks up to her and she's all, speaking of rats in the kitchen. And my grandma goes, there's a rat in the kitchen? And it was the funniest thing because that's the name of the song. Yeah, that's why it's funny. Let It Be from Across the Universe. Once again, good musical. Next. Human Nature by Michael Jackson. Because I have the deluxe edition of Thriller. What? Oh, that was the 20th song. We'll do 5 more. Whatever. Lazy Song by Bruno Mars, because who didn't love that video? Am I right? Oh, Kingston Town by UB40. I have a lot of great memories concerning UB40 because we used to listen to them all the time. And we came up to Tahoe once when I was younger and we stayed in our friend's cabin. and we blasted UB40, and we were dancing on the porch at like 11 o'clock at night, and we had just played poker, and there was an apple pie in the oven, and we were dancing on the porch to UB40, and it's like, I can still picture it because it was such a good moment. Oh, look, another song by the Ataris. Hey, oh. Another Across the Universe song, Blue Jay Way. And the 25th song, her name is Alice, from the Alice in Wonderland soundtrack. You can't see it, but it's the Mad Hatter. I have an Alice in Wonderland obsession, so that is perfectly appropriate. When the album first came out, I didn't like it because I was just like, oh, it's so like alternative and dark and deep. And now I'm like, fuck yeah, let's listen to some Alice in Wonderland shit. Like, shit is weird, and that's why Alice in Wonderland is cool. Because it's weird and it's different and it's crazy. But yeah, so that was my music intermission, however you want to call it. But yeah, so with that, I'm going to bid y'all adieu, and I will see you next week. I'm not sure, we might be doing challenges next week. I'll have to figure something out, maybe like Bean Boozled or Marshmallows, depending on how much money I have in my bank account. So yeah. Yep, so I will see you all next week. Have a wonderful week. And yep, I will put all of my handles and whatnot below. So follow me, tweet me, whatever you want to do. I got the messaging thing on Tumblr, so if you happen to follow me, be like, hey, I saw you on Albo Bravo, because that'd be really cool. And the messaging thing, I think, is pretty awesome. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, bye!